Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, Final Faction, the line of exclusive action figures that you can get at Dollar Tree for like $1.25. So today we've got a new member of Wave 2 of the Alpha team. This is Riptide. So let's see if we can get the camera to focus in on him because he's actually pretty darn cool. Here we go. There we go. He is a diver guy, and you see he comes with his diving gear. He is in a diving suit, and he is pretty cool. Of course, we've got the very cool looking artwork, which is always nice on the Final Faction packages. And as normal, you get your whole character bio on the back. Riptide is a skilled combat and rescue diver from New England. When he's not fishing or indulging in canned tuna, he spends his free time helping the local wildlife. Riptide's two forearm mounted harpoons help him ensnare the enemy. He also uses water activated sensors to warn him of nearby Karn activity. So there you go. Also notice that that we get a full layout of Series 2, whereas earlier when we got Churro, Scope, and Torn. The rest of all of these things here were kind of grayed out. Yeah, you just saw a silhouette. Now they have revealed the other characters. We've got Amari, which as of this recording, I just finished a recording about her. We've got the P-131, which I'm looking forward to seeing that. Diabold, Repetus, Creptus, that's it. And a Karn crawler. Really looking forward to all of that. I have heard that we are also going to see some other upgrade kits. That's going to be really cool. So that is Riptide. Let's go ahead and take a look at the character out of the package. And there he is. I'm going to turn down the exposure just a bit because he seems a bit washed out. There we go. So there he is. Now you notice that there are these green dots here on his pack and on his wrists. If you submerge Riptide in different temperature water, those change color. It's not like super dynamic, but they change color, so that's part of the play feature. Also, you see that he's got these harpoons. Now, the harpoons are made with little loops in them. I'm going to try and zoom in on this as best as I can. You can see one pretty clearly here. There we go. So, if you look, the harpoons and the launchers that are on his arms have these little holes molded into them upon which you can tie thread so that the harpoon is on a tow cable. And that's pretty cool. That's something that we saw with one of the previous weapons packs with one of the harpoon launchers or a grappling hook device. And it's cool. You do have to add your own thread though. So we've got him. There he is. He's got his diving mask and his apparatus on the front. You can see that there are some molded in knives in his legs. They are not removable, so you just have to imagine that he's got access to the knives, but you can't actually pull them out. He's also got molded in jets on his feet. I'm imagining that those are not actually like jets, probably like water turbines that help him to swim super fast underwater. In general, one of the things I like about this figure is that he's very thick. He's very stocky. So you look around, and of course he is wearing a bulky diving suit. So that does make sense. A lot of molded in detail when you go across the back of the figure. And the paint deco is pretty decent. Yeah, he's got the gray on the legs and on the straps, on the forearms and on the shoulders, matching the gray that's used for the plastic in the mask and the harpoons. Now, this mask is removable. It's all part of this pack here. So let's go ahead and show this. We can take that off, and then it just pegs in to the front of him, and then you get to see his face. And let's kind of zoom in on that if we can. I think that's as close as we're going to get. And you know, he looks like a bruiser. He is thick. I like this guy because he looks like he's older. Like, you know, I'm imagining that this guy is probably in his 50s. You know, like he's been around the block a few times. And that kind of is fitting with his more thick, bulky frame. He's got a little bit of a Dark Knight Returns kind of vibe going, and a 1,000-yard glare that I would not want to see pointed at me ever. He still has more hair than I do, but you know, it's sort of a white mohawk thing, cut like, you know, high and tight, about as high and tight as you can get. So here's a couple neat features about this. Of course, you know, we've got the play feature of the color changing pellets, which is pretty cool. We've also got this pack, which you can put on his back. Let's just show this. So you put it on his back, and there is a peg hole. If I can get it to line up. Somehow. It's hard to do while leaning over a camera. So you can put that on his back, and then you can take this, and they had to do this on purpose. So you put that on, and this little patch thing, it's a little bit off to one side, so you can put it over his head. Now, it works better if you turn the head just a little bit. But there, now he has an eye patch. And let me get that in focus, because that's pretty cool. I don't know that that's intentional, but it looks intentional. That's pretty cool. Diver guy, he's on the open sea, he gets an eye patch. That's really cool. Also, just to show off that feature of the harpoons, you bring this forward, and you know, you have the end go out, and then it's on this tow cable. The winch is just molded in, so the cable isn't going to wind up or anything. I feel like that's kind of a given, but I'm gonna point it out anyway. The blue is very nice. It kind of pops. The gray is good. In general, it's a nice looking figure. And I do really like the very different body dynamics than a lot of the more slender, athletically built Final Faction guys. So, yeah, that is Riptide, and he's cool. My local Dollar Tree got a bunch in, I guess a week or so ago, and there are still a few there. I picked up a couple more because they're cool, but that's him. And this is now this is a Star Wars stand. It's not a Final Faction doesn't have stands, at least not yet. You know what? Hey, Final Faction, if you want to release an upgrade kit that's just a bunch of Final Faction compatible action figure stands that maybe have Final Faction molded in, I will buy them. Like a pack of 5 for $1.25. I'll do that. So, you know, I feel like that's easy money. You're welcome. So yeah, obviously I'm a big fan of the line. I love the whole thing. I love the concept, and I love that you can get a really nice figure like this for $1.25. Cool accessories, fun, simple articulation. There's a pivoting head, movement at the shoulder, movement at the leg. It's really just 5 points of articulation, sort of like a classic Star Wars figure. So not a ton of posability there, but enough to have fun with. So yeah, obviously, big recommend from me. If you're near a Dollar Tree, then look for these, cause they're fun and they're cool and they don't cost a lot of money. Get several. You can kit bash them. They're fun. So that's my review. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already, then maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these Short Circuits videos. Also, you'll be notified when we are doing one of our live streams, which typically happen every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern United States time. So, with all that being said, this is Clay, and this is Riptide, and this is Clay, telling you to keep it Retrobot. Yeah, it's Riptide, and I like the harpoons. I thought about getting water and showing that, but then the figure's wet and it drips all over my table, and you can dip it in water yourself. It's fun. I mean, it's not as much fun as an eye patch. Eye patch is cool, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's got an eye patch and the color change little dots. So, that's what I call win-win.